What is going on, my Concise Conversation family? I hope you guys are all doing well today. Today is day 3 of the 9-day to the end of Pride Month countdown, and today is going to be titled Self-Love / Leadership. So just going off the point of the last video, I talked about releasing shame and releasing any self-judgment that might have been programmed into queer people by their caretakers, by their parents, or society, whoever. And I think this day is all about realizing that you are perfect the way that you are, and realizing that there's no faults in your identity, there's no cracks in your wholeness, that you are perfect the way that you are. And I think why I added leadership to the title of this video is that self-love and self-acceptance is a journey. That's why throughout this whole series, I've been trying to tell a story, because I want to display that this is not the person who I am now, and this mentality that I have has been 21 years of life. And obviously, I'm still a young adult, so that's not necessarily a very, very long time, but it's my entire life, so it's a long time to me. And I think by me having this mindset now, I want to share my story and empower others to have the same mindset or have similar mindsets of, number one, not giving a fuck what anyone thinks about your sexuality, your identity, or the way that you navigate life. Because one thing that Najja said in the video that she was featured on that really resonated with me is that in the same way that everyone doesn't like the same food, the same music, the same TV shows or movies, not everyone is going to align with your identity or your sexuality, and that's fine. But everyone needs to hold the same level of respect for everyone, Everyone needs to hold the same level of respect for everyone. So I think the reason why I added leadership to this title is that when you do get to the point where you are comfortable in your identity and you exude this quiet confidence that is indestructible in a sense, I would love for other people to empower others to do the same. Because for me, this whole series was a very vulnerable act and a very empowering act, because I know that, if you remember how I said in the first video, I would never have imagined myself doing this or making videos about queerness, making videos about gayness, and making videos about sexuality, specifically my own journey with sexuality. But just the feedback and the support that I've gotten from people telling me that they really appreciate me making these videos because it's helped them start to come into the person that they are, or help them accept their own identity, or help them just see someone that is going through the same struggles as them, is very, very empowering. And I think when we're able to share and be vulnerable, it builds a community of awareness and builds a community of empathy, where we can see that other people are going through the same things as us and that we're not alone, so that we don't isolate ourselves and we realize that there is a community that is willing to support us. And I think that for me, sharing my story has also helped me come to terms with my own story and come to terms with my own identity, and the fact that when you speak about these things, they lose their power. And by power, I mean the fear that surrounds them. Because coming out, talking about your sexuality, being vulnerable in these ways, can hold a lot of fear and a lot of hesitation to even share these things. Because a lot of us queer people think, how am I going to be judged? How am I going to look to others? Will people not like me once they figure out that I'm queer, figure out that I'm gay? I think our journey is to drop all of those defenses, drop all of those what ifs. Like, that is what's holding us back from blossoming into the people that we're supposed to be. And another thing that I was talking to Najja about that resonated with me is her talking about how her 12-year-old self would look at her now and be like, wow, that person is so cool and I love that person. And I think I'm at that same level where my younger self, my inner child, would love the person who I am right now. So with that being said, I want to share that energy with other people, and especially kids growing up who might not have the resources or the language to talk about the things that they're going through. But if they can see someone on the screen who is telling them that what you're going through is normal and natural, and I've been there before too, and look at the person that I am now. Just love yourself, trust yourself, and flourish and follow your intuition. I think that can help so many people just be comfortable in their identities and comfortable in their own skin. So my call to action to all of you guys out there is to help others when they're in need, especially LGBTQ plus people. It's a journey, you know, and you will come to a place in time where you feel comfortable in your identity and you feel comfortable in the person that you are. And I ask you that when you come to that point, please, 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 in any way that you can, in any way that feels comfortable and right to you, share your story and share your experiences with other people. And it does not have to be on a large scale, such as YouTube or such as, you know, whatever social media platform. It could be with your siblings. It could be with your parents. It could be with people in your community. And I think the point of sharing your story and empowering other people to do the same is that we need to build a community of education and a community of awareness, that people know the differences between a lot of these terms, between being lesbian, being bisexual, being cisgender, being non-binary, because I know that these are terms that are new for a lot of different people, which is okay, which is totally understandable. But I think when people have a lack of information, they can skew these terms and skew these identities and these characteristics to where the people who actually identify under these terms don't even identify with the way that other people are explaining them, you know? So I think what is needed when people under these identities come into themselves and are the people who they strive to be, we need to share those stories. We need to share those experiences and empower others people to do the same. And I think when we are able to teach other people when needed, and that comes with a lot of patience and a lot of understanding and love, and also realizing that queer people, it's not your responsibility to teach other people about these things. It's not your responsibility to teach other people about these things. Everyone has Google, you know, everyone has a library. People can go and find these things by themselves. But I think it is very, very much appreciated, if not by anyone, by me, for you to share your story and to share the way that you identify, share the way that you navigate life, because that can open so many people's eyes to a different lifestyle that they could never even fathom, you know? And I think, again, when we share these things, we allow people to be more self-conscious about the way that they talk about queer people, more self-conscious about the way that they interact with queer people. And I think that builds a community and builds a society of empathy and self-compassion, where we realize that we're all more alike than we are different. So I really would want you guys to share your self-love, share your energy of acceptance, share your energy of just community. And I feel like once we do that, we will see that not only queer people's lives, but everyone's lives can improve from this sense of love. So I hope you guys are all doing well and you are loving yourself to the fullest, and I will catch you on day 2. Peace out.